Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about the 6 things I did to lose weight without exercising. I lost 100 pounds in a year, and I did write this on my blog, but I just wanted to make a video in case people didn't want to read it or whatever. So yeah, let's get started. The first thing that I have down here is diet change, of course. So um, I know some people have this weird thing about calling themselves a vegan, which I mean, you don't have to. You can be plant-based or just eat healthy. I think the most important thing is to just incorporate whole foods into your diet, like grains and beans, and oats and fruits and vegetables and nuts and seeds, and stay away from the sugar and the processed foods and the high fructose corn syrup and the soybean oil. Stay away from all that stuff because it does promote weight gain, and it does cause you to overeat. So I have sections, or not sections, but I have a list of what I ate throughout my day. So when I was working, I would have breakfast at around 8 o'clock. I'd have a meal replacement, and this meal replacement was called V-Shape. I'm not sure if they have a vegan option, but they do have vegetarian. And I would drink that in the morning for breakfast. It tastes like a cupcake, and it kept me pretty full for 2 hours, so I enjoyed that. And then 10 a.m. I would have a snack, which would either be regular fresh fruit or dried fruit with nuts and seeds. 12 p.m. was lunch, so I'd usually have a big salad because I was working in a hospital and their options sadly kind of sucked. But they had a great salad bar, so I would just have a big salad. It came in a container thing. And I did at that time eat cheese and ranch, but I didn't overdo it. I just felt like the cheese kind of helped with the salad and the ranch kind of helped, but now there's vegan alternatives that I never knew about. I still say kind of stay away from the processed cheese and dressing because that can also cause weight gain. And even the vegan mock meats, yes, they're good for the animals, but they're not great for you. You can use them while transitioning, but I don't know how that would work with weight loss. I didn't use the mock meats when I was losing weight. I just stayed with whole foods. So 12 p.m. nope, that was lunch. Okay, 2 p.m. I would have another snack, which would usually be fruit, or if I felt like I could treat myself, I would have a bag of chips from the vending machine, which I didn't do very often, but when I felt hey, what's the big deal, I would just have a bag of chips. So 6 p.m. is when I got off work. I would have dinner, and I list a few options. Some of them are beans with rice in a salad, a bean burrito, lentil soup, spaghetti with mushrooms. It's like a meat replacement. Mushrooms are great. You can have lasagna, stir fry, quinoa stuffed peppers, chickpeas with sweet potatoes, all kind of stuff. You can find recipes in my new ebook that I actually just released. It's a 21-day plan. It has 26 vegan recipes, as well as looking on Pinterest or just Googling stuff. So yeah, that was my day. And then if I was still hungry after dinner, I would usually either brush my teeth to get rid of the cravings and remind my body that, hey, it's time to go to bed. And eventually your body will get used to it. So once you brush your teeth, the hunger pains go away. Or I would drink tea, and that's kind of the same thing as brushing your teeth. That's just letting your body know hey, it's time to rest. And yeah. So the next thing that I have is portion control. So a lot of people think portion control means you have to starve yourself, and that's not true at all. It's just being mindful of when you're truly hungry versus just eating because your plate's full. Let's say you have this big of a plate and you fill it to the top, right? Some people would eat it all because they don't want to be wasteful, or they're watching TV, so they're eating mindlessly, right? So I say for portion control, start out with a medium-sized portion. So don't get so much food that you're gonna overeat. Get enough food that will satisfy you, and if you're still hungry, get a little more, but make sure you know that you're truly hungry and you're not bored or you're not emotionally eating. The next thing I have is staying motivated. So my goal for losing weight was to wear shorts, because I always hated my legs. I had fat knees, like I just hated everything about my legs. So when I was craving junk food or I wanted to binge eat, I just thought about, like, why are you doing this? You're doing this to feel good in your skin. You're doing this to feel good exercising. You're doing this to look good in your clothes. So that kept me motivated. So basically just have a goal in mind, like, oh, I want to be able to wear this shirt, or I want to be able to, you know, go out in public in a crop top or some shorts, or take a picture. Taking a before and after picture as well, because I would look at those on Tumblr and Instagram all the time, and I would just think, like, this is going to be me. Like, I'm going to be this person with the before and after, and I'm going to help others lose weight. And I did it, so you can do it too. And then the mindset. So on this paper I have, when you're changing your life, you cannot have a victim mentality. You have to own where you are in your life, because it is your choices that led you there. With that being said, you can always make better choices tomorrow and turn your life completely around. Don't stay stuck in the poor me mindset. It leads to nowhere. Know that you are a magical, powerful, and you are extremely capable of reaching any goal that you set. So yeah, just know that you can do it. Like, it's just self-determination and willpower, and if you want something to happen, you're gonna make it happen. You're not gonna let food stop you. You're not gonna let a bad day stop you. You're not gonna let anything stop you, because those things are always gonna happen. Like, there's always gonna be junk food. There's always gonna be a situation that you're not that excited about, but you have to push through and remember your goal and remember why you're doing it, and you'll get there. The next thing that I have is visualization. So I used a hypnosis app, which probably sounds crazy to people, but in this app, the guy speaking, he allows, or not allows, but he talks you through, like, visualizing your new self. So he's like, walk down 10 steps, close your eyes, picture yourself walking to the new you. So I pictured myself in shorts, you know, thin, how I wanted to be. Yeah, I listened to that every night before I went to sleep, and sometimes I'd fall asleep listening to it, which is definitely okay to do. And the app is called Mindify. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not really sure, but I think that's how you pronounce it. So if you have an iPhone or Android, whatever, you can download that, listen to it for about 3 weeks, and see if you notice any difference. And that's something I wanted to mention. So when I started losing weight, it was not like rapid. It wasn't like I started eating right, doing all this stuff, and then a week later I could see results. No, it took about 2 months to 2.5 months. And I'll insert some pictures to show you guys, like, the progress. But yeah. And the last thing that I have is treat yourself. And the paragraph that I wrote down was, of course, eating whole plant-based foods is what's best to achieve weight loss, but let's face it, we're all humans and we all crave the bad food from time to time. What matters is the portion and frequency in which you allow yourself to have a treat. If I was really craving something sweet, I'd have a Cliff Bar, better than a Snickers, and if I was craving something savory, I'd have my favorite chips. The key to not binge eating is to ask yourself, why do you want this junk food to begin with? Are you emotionally eating? Are you trying to fill a void? Or are you just bored? If any of those 3 things are the answer, or if you can answer any of those 3 things, just think about your goal. And if you want to, what I did was I'd write down, like, I want a Snickers because someone pissed me off today and I want to eat my fillings. Then I would reflect, I would read it, and I'm like, someone pissing me off is not worth not reaching my goal. So I'm gonna have a Cliff Bar, or I'm gonna have some dark chocolate, whatever. I'm gonna make a smoothie, I'm gonna eat some fruit, something sweet, because I do still want something sweet, but I'm not gonna let this emotion sabotage my goal. What else? I have, sometimes reading your own thoughts can be very helpful, and you'll realize that you don't even want the junk food, you just needed to get out those suppressed emotions, which I think is extremely true. So if you ever feel like you want to give up, journal. Reading your own thoughts can be super helpful, and I always encourage it no matter what you're going through. But that's all I have on this list. So I hope that this was helpful. I will link my Pinterest with recipes as well as my 2 ebooks. And yes, I hope this was so helpful for you guys, because I know the vicious cycle of trying to lose weight and trying to do all these things and getting stressed out about it, but there's no need to stress about it. It's gonna happen if you're determined, and hopefully these tips help you along your journey. So yeah, I will talk to you guys later, and I love you so much. Thank you for all your support as always. Make sure you subscribe and like, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.